Hello, my friends. It's been a while since I've done a video. I don't remember the last video I did. I'm sure it was in my wood shop. Well, I don't have a wood shop anymore. I draw. And I've been posting a lot of pictures, drawings, and people compliment me, and I appreciate that. And I find myself often saying, this is so simple for me. I don't say that to be condescending, and I don't say it to be like a bravado. Hey, this is so simple. Um, these things really are pretty simple. So I'm gonna do a video of me drawing one, and hopefully you'll see that it really is pretty simple, and it'll give you some inspiration to try it yourself, because that's all this is about. Um, I'm gonna show you the drawing that I'm going to attempt. It's a Pinterest drawing, which most of my drawings come from. So let me flip this around. We're going to draw that. And the way I see it, let me see if I can illustrate. The way when I view this, I see basically like 7 lines. We got 1, 2, this U shape, 3, the nose. Oh, lost the screen. The nose is 1, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 lines. Granted, we gotta fill it in over here, make it wider, and like a triangle, make this wider over here, and so on. But basically, it's just 7 lines. That's the way I see it when I draw it. I think a lot of people overcomplicate what it really is, and so they feel intimidated. But when you look at it the way I just showed you, it's just 7 lines. So I think hopefully I can inspire someone to give it a shot, try it themselves. Don't be too hard on yourself. Another thing, like that picture obviously is of a silhouette of a woman, but it's not a specific woman when I'm drawing it. When I'm drawing it, it's still a woman, but it might not look exactly like that woman. Then when I draw the nose, it might be a little long or a little short, but that's not a mistake. It doesn't have to be the same woman. I'm just drawing a woman and using that silhouette, that Pinterest drawing, for inspiration. So it doesn't have to come out exact, and that's what you need to remember if you make an attempt. It doesn't have to look exactly like the drawing. Just make it a drawing of a woman. So let me turn this around and set up, and we'll see where we can go. So part of it is just trying to decide if I want to start on the bottom or on the top. The other thing I need to pay attention to is the line. Like if I make the top line, the forehead line, too far back, then it's disproportionate. I could make the chin too far out, and she's looks like one of those ladies with a big chin. So I'm just trying to keep this general line here to keep it in proportion and keep it in sync. So I usually like to start on top, so I'm going to try that first. Actually, I'm going to switch this over to the side and start on top. So That's going to happen a lot. So now when I say there's no mistakes, because I'm not making the exact person, but sometimes I do make a mistake, like I made that a little thick, so I go back to thin it out. And again, it's in the wrong spot. One thing is I do a lot of erasing when I do these, and that's because I need it to suit my needs. I need it to look the way I want it to look. Doesn't necessarily have to look exactly like this drawing, but it has to look exactly how I want it to look. So that's the other part of it. See, I made this a little too close compared to the drawing, and so for my purposes I want to shorten that up. Going back to what I said earlier, it doesn't have to look exactly like this woman, but I like this drawing, so I want it to look as close as possible. And the screen always goes black at a turning point. I'm trying to get this chin now, and the screen goes black. You see the way this chin kind of fades, so I'm going to leave that. I made it a little thick. Go back. Make a thinner line. Of course, I need to check my screen. That's basically it. Now I just gotta, like I said earlier, broaden these lines. I also like to make them sharp and more pronounced with the thick white line as opposed to the little faded line. So there's those points. It's very, very white here. Very white here. These lip up here, you'll notice on the outer edge it's very white, but it kind of fades into the forehead a little bit, so we just let it fade. Fix this a little bit. There you go. Basically it's done. Again, it may not look exact. My nose seems to be a little squared off. Her upper lip seems to be a little low compared to this. But it doesn't matter. This isn't that girl. This is a different girl. So what did that take me? 5 minutes? That's why I say it's easy for me. It's not condescending. It's just the way I see it. It's the way it works out for me. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to post the video on my YouTube, which has been primarily a woodworking channel, but I'm gonna add some of this. So I'll leave the link and you'll be able to check it out.